Football is not just a sport. It's war. A war of skill, strategy, and, above all, heart. Some matches are played, but others are written into history. This was one of those matches. A match where titans clashed, where comebacks felt impossible until they happened, where fate hung in the balance until the final whistle. And if you think you've seen everything in football, think again. This is the story of the night when Barcelona and Atletico Madrid delivered an 8-goal thriller that no one will ever forget. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a match start so fast that it feels like the game is over before it even begins? That's exactly what happened here. Just 5 minutes in, Atletico Madrid were 2-0 up. Antoine Griezmann, a man who once wore the Barcelona jersey, returned to haunt them. Like a shadow from their past, he carved through the defense. One moment, he's sprinting. The next, he's dancing past defenders. And just like that, goal! But here's what's crazy. Barcelona knew Atletico's game plan. They knew the danger, and yet they couldn't stop it. The second goal was a tactical masterclass. A counterattack so fast, it looked like time itself slowed down. It was the kind of start that crushes teams. That destroys morale. But football is about heart. What do you do when you're down 2-0? Some teams panic, some collapse. But great teams? They fight, and Barcelona fought. It started with a burst of brilliance from their young guns, Koundé and Yamal. Like a spark in the darkness, they combined to carve open the Atletico defense. And then Pedri, a player born for big moments, calmly slotted it home. 2 to the power of -1. And then, just 2 minutes later, history was made. Pau Cubarsi, a 17-year-old kid, not even old enough to rent a car, rose above everyone and scored his first ever goal for Barcelona. Think about it, being a teenager and changing the course of a game seen by millions. That's a moment you tell your grandkids about. But just when Barcelona thought they had control, the chaos began. Mistakes, wild tackles, questionable decisions, a referee surrounded by furious players. Atletico pushed forward again. Barcelona answered back. 3-2, then 3-3, then 4-3. Have you ever watched a match where every second felt like the final moment? This was that match, and then came the twist that no one saw coming. Barcelona were leading, the clock was ticking, victory was within reach. But football has a way of writing its own scripts. One final ball over the top, a perfectly timed run. The stadium held its breath. Sørloth, Atletico Madrid's towering striker, took one touch, then another, and with ice in his veins, slotted it past the keeper. 4-4 inches. It was heartbreak for Barcelona, glory for Atletico Madrid, and for the rest of us, it was simply football at its best. Matches like these remind us why football is more than just a sport. It's a battle of willpower, a test of resilience, a stage where legends are born and heartbreaks become stories for the ages. So tell me, if you had to choose one moment from this game that defined it, what would it be? Was it Griezmann's brilliance? Barcelona's comeback? Sørloth's last-minute equalizer? Let me know in the comments. Because one thing is for sure, this was one for the history books. Let me know in the comments. Because one thing is for sure, this was one for the history books. This is football. Subscribe for more legendary football moments.